Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the final round of the season here at the New Jersey circuit for the 10th round of the FRL Season 3 Championship as the map is now reloading. We're going to get underway for qualifying shortly for the final time, and with me in the commentary box once again is Wolf Seer. Say hello.
All right, hello. So yes, it is the final round, and
There might be some connection issues going on, Wolf. I can't hear you. Anyway, we can see the cars coming out on track right now. We've got 9 drivers by the looks of things. Of course, a lot of Division 1 drivers who have dropped out, and teams having been. Some teams have unfortunately been unable to find suitable replacements. Meanwhile, I can't hear Wolf, so I'm going to talk over him right now until I can hear him again. We are now at the start of qualifying. As everyone's on the outlap, we're now looking with Dust Dizzle, who had an impressive showing a couple of rounds ago at Lodewijk in Division 1 with a second place, and looking to be fighting for a win for a while there. But the man we want to talk about right now is Emperor Hart, aka Hartman, who has secured the championship the previous round and is our FRL champion for the second time, as he also won Season 1. So here we see Hartman kind of struggling. Yeah, I can hear you, Wolf.
all right. So yeah, as I was also about to say, we already have a few champions crowned. Mostly it's from Division 3. Both American Cup and the Asian Cup has been wrapped up, as well as Division 1. And congratulations to Armin for winning the Division 1 championship at the penultimate round in Kilima. Yeah, so you have 10 drivers here today. Oh no, wait, no, 9 drivers here today. As
Axel just rejoined the track. He jumped out of the car, back into the car. See We're now looking on board with Hartman on his first flying lap. I thought he was going to get a corner cut there, just about managed to avoid it as he now approaches the hairpin. Let's see, broke a bit early, I feel like. Doesn't look like that it's going to be the most optimal lap from our recently crowned champion. But it's early doors in qualifying and a lot can happen. Meanwhile, we got a championship battle on our hands this race. While the Drivers' Championship has been wrapped up, we've got a pretty exciting team championship battle on our hands, with the top 3 teams being separated by just 28 points. So we got Hartman's team, Hartman's Asian AMG team, out in the lead, being driven by... sorry, that's the team of Axel and ROBLOX, with Emoji in place of Axel for today. Axel's actually moved to the Hartman team for today. So
as you see our first laps, Mochi has already set at 23.7. That is really, really impressive. I'm pretty sure he has done a mid 25 before the FRL weekend, so yeah, pretty impressive time for Mochi. And DSF, he set 24 flat, so let's hope that he can do well in the race as well as Axel. He has had a pretty good rookie season, taking 2 wins in Division 1.
Dust wasn't paying attention to the track there, as he ran straight into the wall, too busy typing. Meanwhile, about the team's championship, you'll be able to see the standings on screen right now, and with the FRL point system on your right as well. So we got Hartman's Asian AMG in the lead, which is the... I see I forgot to update the colors of the team, so excuse me for that.
Dust is in the wall again.
Anyway, I'll fix that during the race. So ignore the colors for now on the standings. So we got Hartman's Asian AMG in the lead right now, which is the team, it's the pink RCM car who we are looking on board with now. Mochi and Astro representing that team. Then in second place we got Biblical Scenes, who are only got Sever present right now, which was the team where Andy was previously driving at, as he unfortunately left this championship while being in second place. So Biblical Scene's not looking too hot at the moment, but we'll see as if Seva can pull something out of the back, maybe salvage second place, or maybe even get a shock result, who knows. Meanwhile, in third place, we got Heart Morning Wood Colt. They are 28 points behind, which is a pretty large gap. It's going to take a really poor race from the Pink Heartman team in order for the Wood Colt team to take the championship, and the two drivers at the Heart Morning Woods Colt team are Emperor Heart and Axel Gaming. So it's going to be interesting to see how that's going to work out. Meanwhile, I'm going to get back to paint and quickly fix that issue.
Harmon goes third with a 124.4. SDSF, he's actually pretty close to Mochi. He's currently P2 with a 24 flat. Let's see who is starting on a flying lap.
And here we got the corrected UI on screen right now. Pretty low effort. Thought it would be a nice addition for the final championship battles to give the viewers who may not be as familiar with the championship fights to see where everyone's at and how everyone what can happen in this final race. Meanwhile, back to qualifying, it's Mochi on provisional pole with Svet in second place. Mochi being the reigning Division 2 champion, and Svet being one of the championship contenders in Division 2 who will be fighting for that title later today. We got our reigning champion Emperor Heart in third place right now, as we are looking on board with Doge, who is on the back straight now. And don't worry, you'll be able to we will keep a very close eye on the championship battle in Division 2 once that gets on the road. We'll also provide you with some on-screen graphics so you can have a good look at the championship.
Alright, let's see who's at the end of their lap. Seva has exit. Oh, looks like Hartman. He's just started his lap. Let's take on board lap, and he hits the wall immediately, and that's his lap pretty much ruined. So, why not we take a good look at Mochi, who is about to come to the end of his lap. Why not we just take a on-board lap with Mochi? He hits the wall on the final corner. Does he cross the line? He does not improve, but I think he's starting on another flying lap. And you need 400 meters for turn 1. And then going to the left-hander, and then going uphill and then downhill once again for the fast right-hander, and then the turn after that is gonna be a double left turn, and
there he goes.
Gone.
Let's see, now my camera's now decided to focus on Hartman. Not sure whether he's on the lap or not. He's driving behind Svet. Looks like he's taking wide line, so don't think he is on a lap right now. Hartman slowing down, by the looks of things, trying to create a gap between him and Svet. Svet, who seems to be on the lap time, going through the final sector now, with just 1 minute remaining on the clock. He touched the bollard, but because our seam is a bit narrow, just about managed to avoid corner cut detection there, so he gets away very nicely right there. As Svet now runs up to the line, can he challenge Mochi for pole? He does improve, but only by a little tenth, which is going to keep Svet in second place.
And this is qualifying session over. He's not gonna go for a lap. No. I think Axel,
Dustin, meanwhile, improves to fifth place with 6/10 time difference from Mochi.
Oh, hits the wall. That's this lap ruined. So let's see who's on the start of the lap. I saw Axel.
Watching Hartman right now. He's definitely on the lap right now.
I'm watching Axel right now. He's currently in P8, and let's hope that he does not ruin his lap. Takes that left-hander pretty nicely there. Takes that left-hander pretty nicely there. Garrett improves to P8, beating Axel's time as we go back to Axel. He's going through the left-hander, almost gets a corner cut there, but it is all good for Axel.
Meanwhile, need to see where Hartman is. He's in the final sector. Let's see if he's going to pose any sort of threat to the top 5. Surely he's going to be able to do something about the top 5. We know Hartman can do better around here. Is he going to do better though? I think he tapped the wall on the outside as he runs up to the line, and he does not improve. So now we're going to focus back on Axel. Sorry for interrupting you there, Wolf.
As he goes to sector 3, this is, in my opinion, one of the hardest sector among the FR game, because the walls are so close to you that you basically need to make your way through sector 3. And as he comes through the final corner, is he gonna improve? Oh, has to lift off a bit there. That's not a great exit, but yeah, as he comes to the line, is he gonna improve? He does improve, and he beats Garrett by 4 milliseconds.
Yeah, but Garrett is still there. Going around the final corner, running up to the line, sticking close to the wall to minimize the distance, and he does improve.
So Garrett has out-qualified the reigning champion. So yeah, pretty interesting qualifying session. Mochi just basically smashing the Division 1 field with his 93.7. And where is Mochi? He is now on the grid. So looks like
there he goes. Mochi. There's 2 cars, I think, on the grid now. Mochi somehow glitched, so there might be a random car on the grid. Not sure if anything can be done about that, or if that car's going to be there for the race, but we'll see. We'll find out.
Let's go for light. It's lights out, and away we go. Yes, there is a double car, so yeah, so that's a little bit of a glitch. But anyways, who's gonna get the whole shot into turn 1? Looks like Mochi. He's just gonna edge out DSF for the lead, and Seva and Doge immediately battling out for 3rd place right there, and Harmony's dropped down to 7th. No wait, he started 7th, so he's still in 7th. Axel, I don't know what's happened to him. He's had a pretty poor start. He's almost a second behind. So anyways, back to the battle for the lead. Mochi is still leading, and Seva, he's got to put the pressure on DSF as we go into the hairpin. Who's gonna take? Oh, what was that from Dust and Seva? So but anyways, as we come to the very, very long straight, it's gonna be Slipstream Heaven down the main straight. So 3 RCM cars. So 3 RCM cars with different liveries in the top 3 as we go into sector 3. Look at the amount of cars going to and Mochi's got a corner cut. So Mochi with a very big mistake. And look at that, the Avanti GP doing really, really well in 3rd and 5th. And DSF is in the lead for now, or DSF very, very close to the wall right there as we come to the end of the 1st lap. So Seva and DSF battling out for the lead. Who's gonna take the lead at the end of the 1st lap? Looks like Seva is gonna take the lead of the race. So yeah, this is a little bit of a repeat of season 2 in New Jersey. So yeah, really, really interesting. This is gonna be an interesting battle for the first few laps. As Seva tries to go a bit to the inside, but that's not gonna work out. As we come to the hairpin. As we go into the hairpin, Seva takes the inside line and managed to counter DSS attack for the lead. And Doge has made a little bit of a mistake right there, but look at the amount of cars going to sector 3, as the top 6 are pretty much inseparable right now. They're separated by less than a second. So yes, this is Mochi made a little bit of a mistake once again. So it might be that here coming into play for this race. So this is season 2 all over again, but there are new drivers, so Gareth has the first lap of 23.8. That's a 10th away from the pole lap time that Mochi has set during qualifying. As we come to the third lap, 7 DSF are still out in front. So it's basically 2 by 2 now. It's basically 2 by 2 right now. As we go into 7 goes wide, hits the wall, and that is a very, very costly mistake for Seva. So going wide, you basically get sucked into the runoff area and you hit the wall, and that's pretty much game over for Seva's challenge for the lead for now. But Doge trying to break the toe, so Doge trying to break the toe. But as we go into the third sector, and Seva has made another mistake again. So 2 mistakes in 1 lap is not good for Seva. So he's dropped down to possibly 7th, and Harme has joined the fray has joined the party for the lead. So the newly crowned, the first ever 2-time FRL champion, basically trying to go on the slipstream of DSF, and Gareth tries to go down the inside, but DSF shuts the door and says, "No, not today."
Okay, so we are 5 laps into this race. We got Svet in the lead, barely hanging on, being challenged by clearly Gareth just behind. Coming down the back straight. Looks like 5 laps in, everyone is still within striking distance of each other. Everyone's still relatively close together on the track. Svet taking over back the lead. Are they actually in a championship fight themselves?
Gareth hit the wall. Gareth, I think he just hit the wall right there. I'm not sure if he actually hit the wall because his car is basically going sideways. So I'm assuming that he has hit the wall and lost a lot of time. Yes, to confirm that he did lose time, so he has hit the wall. So that's gonna give a little bit of breathing air for DSF to take away the lead from Gareth, as DSF going really aggressive. They're breaking the toe.
Got Svet still in the lead. I'm trying to look if anyone's still fight. We talked about the top 3 in the championship earlier. I'm trying to look and see if there's any other battles going on. I guess we've got generic team name 3, and we've got Panther Racing in 5th and 6th place respectively. We've got Panther Racing in 5th at 58 points, whose driver Svet is currently leading this race. And we've got generic team name, whose driver is in 8th place right now. They are on 50 points, and that's the only battle apart from the top 3 that's still going on. So apart from that, all positions have pretty much settled. There is Super Guri in 7th place at 25 points, but that team has unfortunately dissolved. So that leaves a large gap from 6th to 7th place. That's not going to change.
Well, looks like Korea has just joined the server, but that's a little bit too late. Critical.
I mean, there were 2 pings for this race. I'm sorry, Critical, but so there was a ping. There was definitely a ping 15 minutes before the race, and there was a ping earlier this morning to remind everyone that this race was going to be earlier because some people want to watch the end of qualifying, which is all going to start very soon. Yeah, ping every minute, that's a good one. Not sure if that's necessary. But yeah, this race has been moved half an hour earlier than what it originally was, and this was discussed with all the Division 1 drivers, so they were all invited to have a discussion what we should do with the race time, and we agreed to change it to the time we've changed it to, which was half an hour earlier than what we normally do in Division 1. Meanwhile, Gareth, we see Gareth trying to have a go. It's a 4-way scrap for the lead right now, going through the chicane. Looked like that a red car of 7 might have made a mistake, but doesn't look that way, as he's still right there, right behind Mochi, trying to get in the fight for the lead, as Mochi missed the apex a little bit. All negotiate the chicane pretty well, nevertheless. As
So
we still see.
So the first 2, the front 2, they're actually fighting out for the first win. DSF, he wants to be the second rookie. He wants to be the second rookie in Division 1 to get the win after Axel did and so basically after Axel has made a very shocking win, stealing the win from his overlord. But Gareth, he's been in Division 2 since I mean he's been in Division 1 since Season 2, so it's pretty understandable that Gareth wants his first win. He's really desperate. As he goes to the hairpin, Gareth sends one down the inside, but DSF, he's got to get slipstream from Gareth. Is Gareth gonna break the toe? No, he's not gonna break the toe because he knows he's gonna get swamped on the straight. And look at that, 3 car.
There come Mochi and Seva trying to get in the mix as well once again. Seva being was he a former Hartman Court driver? I'm not too sure about the Hartman Court law at this point.
Oh, Mochi, he's really saying bye to the rest of the field. But I don't think that's pretty much over, Mochi. So don't get too.
He hit the wall. He hit the wall, so he's lost first place again. Looks like he's going to get passed by Tvet as well, coming across the line. Mochi still shown in 2nd place. Heading into turn 1, the 4 cars are really close to each other. Either of the, you could put your money on either of those 4 drivers to win this race. It's that close right now. They are inseparable right now, and thanks to the slipstream, they can make small mistakes, but they can't make catastrophic mistakes, because if they make one significant mistake, then they're going to have to do a lot of work, and that they could be potentially out of the fight, considering
almost everyone almost goes 1 right there. But it is all good, and surprise, the top 4, it's all RCM. It's actually surprising to see but I mean, it's not surprising to see the RCM in the top 4. But look at that, all the RCM cars by different liveries and different teams. They are scrapping it out for the lead. Mochi, I think might have learned his mistake there. Trying not to be too
made a mistake, so he's dropped back. He's still in the fight though. Still has the slipstream. It looks like Mochi is starting to get away. Has now almost a 7/10 of a lead to second place
Oh,
right now.
Mochi will
Oh,
cut.
big mistake from Mochi. Cut the corner, and that's a hefty corner cut point that which slows you get the car down quite significantly, and that has dropped him from first to fourth, just like that. And now we've got Svet back in the lead with Seva in second place. Remember, the fight for the championship is between
Garrow
Seva's
and
team,
Mochi.
Mochi's team, and Hartman's team. So the pink cars, the purple cars, and the red car is what we need to be looking out for this race to see who is going to take home that Division 1 title, which once again you will see on the screen right now, this time with the correct colors. So Hartman is Asian AMG.
Oh, Mochi! I think Mochi made a mistake right there. I think might just gone wide at that runoff area, so yeah, like what I said earlier, once you go wide, once you go very, very wide, you'll get pretty much sucked into the runoff area and then hitting the wall. So that's a really, really hefty mistake from Mochi, as he's right behind Hartman right now, trying to get the slipstream. Oh, Mochi!
Whoa, that's a big mistake from Mochi. He was leading the race just a moment ago. Catastrophic for him, and that's surely going to put him out of contention for the win. He's recovering, can hope to get in the fight for 6th place, but what a monster mistake from him. And that's not going to be... could have ramifications for the team's championship. I think they're still safe because 5th and 7th place is going to be good points, and Hartman is only in 4th place while Axel is struggling down in 8th place. That was a massive mistake from Mochi. That was one of the most spectacular mistakes. I'm sorry, Mochi, but that was one of the most spectacular mistakes I have seen while running this league. And yeah, Mochi, he should be fuming right now. Hopefully for him, he can get back into the race, but he's got a lot of work to do to if he wants to bring home a decent result today.
And Axel calling Mochi an idiot for I think it must be a joke towards Mochi, but Mochi goes wide again. So yeah, pretty disastrous. So yeah, a disastrous race for Mochi, but I think it's gonna get a P6 to count back because Mochi has more wins than Doge. So yeah, Doge at this moment he's not gonna be retaining his Division 1 seat for next season. But still, it is what it is. So Mochi. Well, I think I saw that.
I've got a stupid question for you. Who got pole and who got 2nd place? Because I forgot to screenshot the qualifying results.
I'm pretty sure that
Mochi got pole.
DSF got second.
Second. Okay, so I'm going to work in the background, trying to update the championship standings, so we can have a good look at those during this race. I'm going to do that right now in the background while the race is going on. Looks like things have calmed down a little bit. We've got Seva out in the lead with Svet in 2nd, Gareth in 3rd, and Emperor Heart in 4th place. Field starting to throw that as mistakes are being made throughout the field. Svet trying to chase down Seva for the lead in this race. Seva might have made a mistake, not too sure about that, but we see Svet now closing, trying to close the gap and get back in the fight. Of course, Svet, he hasn't won the race in this division so far. Let's see, how has he done? I think, this is his first race actually, I think, in this division. But since I don't see his name on the championship. So he is here having his first race right now and immediately challenging for the win here.
Oh, Mochi's in. So looks like the Harman's agent AMG and Avanti both pitting for new tires, and Mochi he's now dead last, but he's made a pit stop.
Okay, so Mochi making an early pit stop. I presume everyone here is looking at a one stop as more cars. I think have. I'm pretty sure Gareth has come into the pits now as he finds him here.
Oh, here we go.
22 seconds down the order.
DSF is now on the. He's right now. He's in the gearbox of Seva. I actually saw a Seva trying to break the toe from DSF. So yeah, pretty understandable. Once you have no slipstream, you have no extra speed, but you'll get dirty air. As the DSF loses the time he gained on Seva again. So yeah, that's not good for DSF for now. So Seva, he's currently in a good position to take his second win of the season. So Seva trying to not make any mistakes.
Svet going a bit slow through turn 1 there. Lost quite a bit of time. Seva now has a breakaway.
Oh, but DSF, I think he made a mistake. I think he made a mistake at the first turn. So
meanwhile, Hartman is just coming to the pits. He's about to come out of the pits. He's going to be behind Astro and Dust Dizzle by the looks of things, who have pitted a bit earlier. It's going to be ahead of Doge. Was further down the order to begin with in this race. Gareth has is now in 4th place ahead of Dust and Astro and Emperor Heart. So P4 down to P7, they've all pitted. Axel has pitted as well. So it's just the top 2 who are yet to make their first and what's likely going to be their only pit stop in this race. I'm pretty sure we can expect them to come in at the end of this lap.
So yeah, about that crash, that mistake made by Mochi, that very hefty mistake. That is a really monstrous crash for Mochi, but you obviously can't crash in the game because collisions does not work in the Formula Roblox game, but basically you can flip your car at certain areas of the track. So yeah, really costly mistake by Mochi just to hit the wall and flip.
And now we're going to see what happens if you stay out for longer in this race. And we're going to see how powerful the undercut is. Svet was previously fighting for the lead. He was top 2. He lost he lost like 2 seconds to Seva due to one mistake, remember, but he is now all the way down in 8th place. Fighting with Doge right now, so he's going to be on Fraser tire, so he's got some ammo, some munition to work with, trying to find his way back up the order, but he's got some work to do as he has been jumped by quite a lot of cars.
And I think I saw Axel slowing down right there for no apparent reason. But I think he doesn't want to, you know. I don't think he really bothers about the race because I think he probably knows that he's going to retain his seat for next season. Looks like Mochi wants Doge to slow down. I don't think Doge wants to slow down for you, but you can be fast if you can go fast. Then just be fast. Don't. But as we speak, Mochi he is catching up to Axel as Gareth and
Seva is now in for his first and only pit stop in this race. He's the last guy to come into the pit, so he's going to really be able to push the car in this second stint while having been out on track for a while during that first stint.
And Seva has jumped DSF, so the undercut not working for DSF, and thus hits the wall, and that is pretty much just, and then he's gonna drop down. So yeah, there can be a lot of common mistakes at that corner. Seva has now in 4th place ahead of Doge and Astro and Emperor Heart. So P4 down to P7, they've all pitted. Axel has pitted as well. So yeah, Mochi he is catching up to Gareth and Gareth
I was trying to update the championship standings to what the standings are, because considering how long it takes to update anything, and considering how many position changes there are in this race, there's no point really. So we're just going to have to do with what's currently on screen, with the current championship standings. So trying to do a head count here. So Astro, so the pink team, who are currently leading in the championship, they are going to gain, let's see, that's 15 points for second place. That's 2 points for ninth place. Make that 7th place now. So that's going to be 6 points for Mochi. No, that's 4 points. 4 points for Mochi. And 2 points for Mochi's pole position. So 6 points from Mochi and 15 points from Astro. That's 21 points that they're going to gain. And that's going to be enough, no matter what the other team does, to secure the championship. But we'll keep a close eye on the championship. It's far from over. We need to keep an eye out to see if Sever can hang on to second place for the Biblical Scenes team, who are only 10 points ahead of Hartman Wood Colt coming into this round. Let's actually check that right now. So we got Hartman in third. That's going to be 12 points. Your boy is going to score 3 points. So 12 plus 3 is 15. Sever is in fourth. That's going to be 10 points for him. So as things stand right now, there's 5 points separating Biblical Scenes and Heartwarming Woodcourt if we take the current standings.
So that means Hartman's Agent EMG, they're gonna win the championship.
Yeah, looks like there's not going to be any position changes as we have headed on to lap 8 in this race. It's Gareth out in the lead, still hunting for his first race win in the series. He's yet to score a podium this season, by the way, with a best result of 4th place at round 8, just a couple of weeks ago. Meanwhile, digging into the archives, I'm going to dig in the archives right now. Well, Gareth is making a mistake in the lead, actually. And, yeah, allowing Astro to come through for the lead.
And Axel just asked if a zero stop is allowed. I don't think that's allowed. That I don't think zero stop is allowed. But
it is.
If it's allowed.
Zero stop is allowed.
Yeah, and Axel, he's pretty much asking for a zero stop. So means he's not really bothered about this race. And Doge, with a big no in the chat. And here comes Mochi. And here comes Mochi for P6. So as it stands, Mochi's gonna retain his seat for Division 1.
Well, we've still got a very tight battle going on with Hartman now getting into the fight. He's done quite some work to cover P6 now in P4. Now behind the train for the lead in this race, with ROBLOX out in the lead, who is yet to win a race as well this season. So we got new contenders this time around. Sever has won 1 race, Hartman has won 4. So we got some familiar faces at the top, fighting at the top right now, but we got 2 new ones. Actually, 2 new ones who haven't won a race so far this season. Gareth has never won a race, and ROBLOX was the runner-up in Division 2 last season, so he hasn't. He has 1 podium to his name from last season, and this season he has scored 4 podiums in total, but he's yet to win a race. So we could see a potential new race winner today. Sweat is also coming back into the mix on newer tires. And he's also yet to win the race. He has his first race right now, so there's a good chance that we're not going to see a new winner at the end of this race. How exciting is that?
Pretty exciting. But yeah, we have so Gareth he obviously wants to get his first win because he hasn't got a win in season. He hasn't got a win in last season.
On the podium even. He hasn't scored the podium yet in 2 seasons in this division, so he's also trying to claim his first podium in this race. Well, he's got a job to do because he's got to deal with the reigning with the recently crowned champion, and with an upcoming talent in the form of Zvet, who is also trying to get on the podium in his first race and maybe even a win. As however, the top 2 are slightly breaking away. Astro and Seva in front here.
And Astro making a little bit of a mistake there. I think hitting the wall on at the hairpin, but he's gonna get slipstream from Seva. But then when it comes to sector 3, it's gonna be full of dirty air. So basically, you're basically stepping the hell and challenging the devil, which is the dirty air.
Mistake from Gareth. He cut the chicane, and that has slowed him down a little bit and allowed Hartman through. So Gareth hitting the wall again, not doing a very good job. There's Mochi just a couple of seconds behind, trying to recover from that monster crash. He is gaining on the leader, so I would say Mochi is doing a good job so far. But yeah, Gareth really falling off here, making quite a few mistakes at the moment. Still, there's still a ghost car on the grid from Mochi's random glitch earlier. I haven't seen that happen this season before. I know it has been a thing in the game, but it's really a rarity over in general. I guess certain circumstances coming together to make that glitch happen.
Now, from what I've joined in season 2, I had a few massive glitches. From my rookie season in FRL, it's a little bit irrelevant, but it is what it is. And Axel, he has stopped on track.
He's going to give Mochi a tow. They were discussing in the chat earlier. There we go. Axel's going again. Might be a bit too early. He's not going to give Mochi the optimal amount of slipstream, as Mochi's already passed right now. Actually, on the contrary, he's going to give the most slipstream to Gareth behind, which is going to allow Gareth to gain on Mochi, who has now dropped behind the pink Hartman car.
So yeah, Mochi, he's trying to claw his way back to the front as Seva pretty much pulled away, unless he makes a mistake. And unless Seva makes a mistake, then then it's basically game on for Seva and the pack behind him. But I don't think Seva's making any mistakes for now. As Seva almost hitting the wall right there, but saved the car from hitting the wall. But he's gonna lose a little bit of time. As Astro, he's getting slipstream, and as you come to the end of sector 1, oh, Seva was going wide right there. That is really that's the danger zone. That's really the danger zone, and Mochi, he's asking Axel for another tow again. So yeah, Harmony. So basically, Axel, he's basically sandbagging here in this race. As the front 2, ironically, they finished P1 and P2 at, I believe, short.
Seva, yeah, they were 1-2 early in the season. Yeah, I believe that's Constantina. Let me double check that.
Yep, it was Constantina.
Yeah, it was Constantina. You're right. No. It was short. It was the short layout. Seva getting a little bit of a breakaway though. He's extended his lead to just over a second. Now it's just under a second as they head into turn 1 with just 6 laps to go in this race. Once again, we've got an exciting race on our hands with a four-way battle.
Astro is the wall. Astro is the wall right there. That's gonna cost a little bit of time. And Seva, he's breaking the toe. He's going out of the racing line for no reason. I mean, you don't get a slipstream. I mean, no one's gonna get slipstream behind you. So pretty unnecessary from Seva to go out of the racing line just to break the toe from no one, essentially. But as he comes down the straight, Axel's waiting again. He's waiting for Mochi. So Oh, looks like Mochi, he's asking one of the top 4 to make a mistake on purpose just to catch back up. But I don't think that's possible.
Astro taking really nice lines right there, looking to put some pressure on Zvet. Trying to get back in second place and back in the battle for the lead as Sever is slowly starting to get a little breakaway. Not out of slipstream range quite yet, so he's got some work to do. He's still under pressure very much. But he's looking very strong as Astro made a mistake right there. That's going to cost him some time compared to Zvet. And that's going to put Astro under pressure from Hartmann, who's been pretty invisible in this race. Slowly making his way up the order progressively. I haven't seen much of him this race, but he's in 4th place, doing a decent job. Still in the hunt for the win. And yeah, so trying to climb his way up the order. Then we got still the battle for the lead going on between Zvet and Sever. Zvet trying to close the gap now as we are in Sector 2. Approaching the hairpin, the gap is 9-10, so Zvet should get a good amount of slipstream coming into the straight. This Axel once again is going to give Mochi some sweet slipstream. Not sure if that's going to matter as Mochi is quite far down the order. You never know, people can make mistakes around here. As we saw with Gareth, unfortunately, losing a lot of time and allowing Mochi past. And
So yeah, a little bit of a master plan going on in Hartmann Academy. And Axel and the Gareth saying thanks to Axel for giving him his slip as well. So, and Axel saying he says no problem, Black, to Gareth. So yeah, so that's a little bit. Oh, Mochi slows down. I think I was about to hit a wall. So yeah, a really costly mistake from Mochi to slow down right there, and he has given Gareth 5th place.
Actually, now I'm thinking of it, Axel might be breaking a rule here. Not driving seriously. I'm pretty sure that's a rule. I'm going to check the rule book now, because otherwise I'm going to have to ask Axel to stop giving the people slipstream, as he's not really driving seriously at this point in the race. But I'll have to double check that, so give me a moment. Yeah, it's a rule 3.6, so you could say that Axel is he's not driving seriously, and well, it's a bit ambiguous.
Axel!
What happened to
Axel's
him?
pretty much flipped. I think he hit the inside wall and then he just flipped. So it's pretty much did a similar incident to Mochi, and he's finally came back crashing down to earth. So yeah, pretty interesting. So Mochi and Axel doing similar things, but so yeah, pretty interesting. I've actually warned Axel that he's gonna get disqualified if he doesn't, race. If he races like that once again.
Actually, if I'm going to look objectively at this, the rule states that you have to drive seriously. But is he driving seriously? That's the question. He is. You could argue from their side that they were driving tactically, to say, so taking the event seriously but trying to give their allies a tow, which you could consider as driving seriously. So I think for disqualification the rule's a little bit too ambiguous, so we're going to let him off this time around.
Oh, but here we go for the lead. Here we go for the battle of the lead. Selma made a mistake somewhere, but he's obviously gotten into
Okay, meanwhile, Seva still got a little breakaway going on. We're in the penultimate lap now. So, Seva and Svet have a clear breakaway now. Svet's trying to get his first win and Seva trying to get his second win of the season. We got Astro in third, trying to hang on for dear life against Hartman. Oh, Astro with another mistake, and that has allowed Hartman to come through for third place. So, it looks like Hartman is going to bring the car home with a podium position.
I gotta correct you there, but I think you said that Seva, he's gonna get his first win. DSF about to get his second win. I think it's the other way around, but you know it is what it is. You do make mistakes while commentating, but Seva, he's so it looks like he is pretty much gonna be taking the win. I don't think.
Yeah, he's going to bring home the 20 points. Is it going to be enough to amount to anything? Don't think it will, as Asian AMG is scoring good points as well, and so is Hard Morningwood Cult. So I think the standings are going to stay as they are. So yeah, we now see Seva in the middle sector right now. Svet is 2 seconds behind, so Seva looking very strong right now to take home his second win of the season here. Svet is going to get some slipstream though. It's not 100% over. Seva could make a mistake, and Svet is now going to, I think, gain like 4/10 down this straight due to slipstream. There we see the gap coming down again. Meanwhile, in the background, we saw for a moment Hartman and Astro fighting it out. Is Svet going to take the corner? Well, he's losing time now. Starting to lose some time, so I think Seva is going to hang on for this win. Meanwhile, Hartman is back past Astro, very close between the two, as they just have a couple of corners to go in this race. It looks like Seva is in the clear. Hartman seems to have good control over third place. We now see Seva coming across the line to win his second race of the season. Well done to him. Svet is going to take home a second place on debut. Hartman, after being pretty invisible, has slowly made its way up the order, finishes in third place. Astro with a fourth place. Gareth got to be a bit disappointed after looking at a potential podium or even a race win for a while in the race. Mochi with a disappointing sixth place after that big incident halfway through the race. Dust Dizzle coming home in seventh place. And then we got Doge about to cross the line in eighth place.
Oh, looks like Seva, he's asking if he's secured the constructor. I don't think he has secured it. Let me check the spreadsheet again.
No, he hasn't. He hasn't. Their team wasn't second. They were heading into this round. They were 18 points down the order. And you got to remember, Mochi got 2 points from qualifying, so that gap would be 20 points heading into the race. Seva scored 20 points, so that means they would be on level. But then Astro and Mochi scored, a good chunk of points, so they are going to remain in first place.
So Hartman's Asian EMG, they have won the constructor. So congrats to Mochi and Astro. So and surprisingly, the junior team actually beats the senior team. So and the good news for Mochi, you're getting P6. So that's good news for you, but bad news for Doge. She's gonna finish P7 in the drivers. So yeah, that's the race pretty much wrapped up for Division 1. So yeah, so that was one hell of a season. Here in Division 1, Shock wins, shocking DNFs, and obviously Hartman winning, being the first ever 2-time FRL champion. So the next race will be Division 2. It will be streamed in a couple of hours. So it is a team field between DSF and Blaze. So yeah, this is gonna be interesting on who's taking home the Division 2 championship. Is it DSF or is it Blaze?
Don't forget about Jabil being 16 points behind Blaze. So he's still in the fight.
But unfortunately, Jabil said he's not coming, so...
Okay.
So yeah, this is championship run pretty much over for Jabil. But we will see you in a couple of hours' time.
For the Division 2 race. Thank you, everyone, for watching. We'll see you in 2 hours for the Division 2 race. And now, enjoy F1 qualifying. Goodbye.
Goodbye.